Yes, good evening everyone. My name is Conroy Nesbitt and I'm the president for the New Kingston Taxi Association. Now, I am very pleased to hear the opposition speak to justice and fairness and respect for the taxi and bus community. As it stands today, the system that we are operating in would leave a lot of members displaced, cannot do their business without their driver's license. And I will explain the system with just 4 tickets. Now, gentle people and camera, please take note. A ticket for the bus stop, for every single bus stop. Another ticket for not stopping at the bus stop.
Sorry, just for my, you're saying you get a ticket for stopping at the bus stop?
Every bus stop. And then there's another ticket for not stopping at the bus stop. This is not a joke. The yellow painted sidewalk, it permeates the entire carpet area. Every time the operator stops to the business, even though we have a license that we pay money for and renew, we are being ticketed for stopping at the yellow painted sidewalk. Now that is an illegal ticket, but nevertheless we are being ticketed for it same way. And there's a particular section of the Road Traffic Act that said that we must pull to the near side of the road when we're letting off or picking up, even if you are a private motorist. When we pull to the near side of the road, we get an obstruction. Gentle people, with a system like that, every stop is a ticket. And that's why I put up my hand first, and I commend the party leader and the opposition to speak to fairness and justice. Yes, the transport sector needs justice. A lot of drivers lose their driver's license as a result of these illegal tickets. And members, when we demonstrate, we don't demonstrate because we want to cause a problem or, give them a hard time. What we demonstrate for is for an improvement in the working condition of members. And I'm pleased to hear again what the opposition Minister for Transport, Mr. Michael Phillips, is putting on the table, and what the party leader is putting on the table. My message to all taxi operator and bus operator, it is very simple. You cannot support any individual, any organization, or any government that abuse you. Good day.
Mr. President, curious. What I will say in short is that a system went bad from day one.
Yes, sir.
Where you have a system where the government failed the JUTC, expanded license, and force operators basically to run to fill the seats of the shortage of the JUTC.
Yes.
At the same time not changing the laws or the rules that govern the public transport system in the KMTR. Still allow you to operate as a hackney carriage.
Yes.
But then the rules don't allow you to operate lawfully. And that is why, as the party leader said, there are some things that we have to fix quite quickly in the term. And the KMTR is one that is on the top of our agenda in dealing with that injustice that now you have to operate in.
Thank you, Curious. Are there other questions? Yes, you gave him the mic. I'll use this one.
Good evening. I support everything that Curious said a while ago.
Just tell us your name, man, if you're
operator, taxi operator. I support everything that Curious said a while ago, and I have an issue where these same illegal tickets that we are getting for stopping and so forth accumulate. And what happens, sometimes taxi operators cannot pay all of them all at once and they become warrants. And then taxi operators become a revenue center for government. Because there are vehicles that go around in the morning specifically targeting taxi operators to find those who have warrants for them to be arrested and for their vehicles to be towed. And the only way you get back your vehicle is if you pay whatever you should pay at the court. And then after you finish with the court, they come back and pay 25 to 30,000 for one day for your vehicle.
Mayor Swaby is around, and as I said in my presentation, and the mayor and myself have been having conversation, because the situation in the KMTR where the lack of parking space in the KMTR is the same right across the country. And I mean, there was an issue in the Papine area, which was one of the routes that was converted into a route by the Transport Authority, where there was no place really for them to terminate. And what you have is that the Transport Authority has been issuing license, but then sending you out there to fend for yourself. And that's no, that's the point I'm making. They issue a license, allow you to operate within a certain ambit, but then they then come and prosecute you because they make up the law as they go along. And that's why we're saying that the injustice within the sector, part of it is that the stopping, there's not enough bus stops either in where persons can pick up and drop off. In the rural areas, you have persons walking 3-4 miles to a pickup point because there are no routes. But that's why I say we can't treat the passengers as if they are not humans, and then treat the operators as if they are not investors in an overall transport system. And that is why when the party leader speaks about the injustice is right across the board. Come from where you park to where you stop and pick up, where passengers meet the taxi that they need. The environment that you park in and passengers have to come in. I mean, a place like this, we'll have to find a revenue to improve them. But there has to be a rethinking, even the municipal council themselves, yeah? But there has to be a rethinking of what a taxi stand look like. And that's where we want to start.
Questions, comments? I see Mr. Finnegan.
All protocol observed with special emphasis, and let me apologize to let me apologize to the party leader, the spokesperson and finance, and our Minister of Transportation in waiting. And the reason for the apology is that protocol would have dictated if you are going to put emphasis, you would start from the party leader, the opposition spokesperson and finance, and then the opposition spokesperson and transportation. So please excuse me. I want to pay special emphasis on the current mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew municipality. And the reason for that is that he reached out to us in November of 2024, invited us to a meeting. And I'm going to give you the shortest version. And in that meeting, he offered us somewhere to park in the parade. And we vigorously rejected it. And as politician practices, you must say yes to what they say. He listened to the rejection and then he turned the question to us. What are your suggestions? And then he listened to all of our suggestions for parking. The most important thing I want you to understand is that between November of 2024 to March of 2025, the mayor of the municipality accommodates us 2 times per month discussing parking within the KMPR. When we get to the sticking point and we start to put some demand, he tell us in no uncertain terms, take your eye off there, take your eye off there, we can look at these places. And that was reasonable. And then in February, he said to us, we have had enough discussion around the table. 2 weeks from now, we are going to walk the KMTR and have a first and physical look at the areas. Which politician does that for a sector that has been rejected over the years? And so, on behalf of the public transportation sector, especially within the KMTR, we want to thank you, Mayor Swaby. We would have sent the thanks to him, but I want to say it in this forum. A couple of weeks ago, a crisis came up, and I reached out to President Newman and I said, reach out to the mayor for us. We need an urgent meeting with him. He could not accommodate us himself, but within less than 5 hours, he arranged with the CEO and other personnel at the parish council to meet with us with immediate effect. And out of that meeting, within another 3 days, he instructed the very same team to go with us in the area that we were looking at. Which politician does this for a sector that has been rejected? I have been having regular conversation with, and now we have a good relationship, I would say, when we meet in the media, at Parliament, and on the phone. And he will tell you that every time I hear something negative, I reach out to him and I say, please assure me that it is not true. And he would assure me. I would have discussed with him the future players in the People's National Party that I have identified. And just to let you know that in 2022, when I took on this government, I was labeled as an operative of the People's National Party. And 3 days later, National Intelligence Bureau came for me. Wow. I still stand up to fight for the sector because it is my concern and it is our concern that you can be investing in 1.5 vehicles when it comes on to car, 3.5 to 4.5 when it comes on to the vaccines, 8 million to 9 million when it comes on to the flat screen. And just last week I realized that the coaster buses are now at 16 million. Wow. And then you are operating at the mercy, the discretion and the leniency of the agency of the state. It is totally wrong. And so, even though in my own view, the meeting here is a little bit late, but when the sector heard about it, they were energized. And one investor that is here today said, Mr. Finnegan, it is better to be late than never. Yes. And so on behalf of the sector, leaders at the head table, we thank you. We appreciate it. And we hope that this will be the first of many. Yes. The mayor, November, December, January, February, March, April, and even June, just 2 months ago, he would have sent another team to meet with us. Now the mayor have done his part. Here now are the head of the opposition within the country, and they see it fit to meet with us. I close by saying to Party leader, finance minister in waiting, opposition spokesman and transportation. As we speak today, there is 23,285 warrants to be issued for traffic offences. 11,285 is for public transportation sector. I said it to the president of the private sector organization in 2023 that at the rate license were being suspended, if it continue along that road, it is going to have a serious effect on the family of our investors and operators. It is going to have a serious effect on the private sector organization, because we are the largest movers of goods and service in this country. And it is going to have a devastating effect on the economy. He asked me to put it in writing, and I did. Within a week or so, we realized that there was a relaxation in the automatical suspension of driver's license. The sector appreciates it, but it's not something that we want to live with. We don't want to be operating and investing under discretion, relaxation, and leniency. We want to know that the era of operation are conducive for the mode in which we operate. Yes. 2 kids died in Portland in May of 2024. The Prime Minister called 2 high-level meetings in one day. And at the end of the meeting, there was an announcement. Come June 1, the automatical suspension of driver's license will resume. When I heard it, the first question come to mind. But the Prime Minister really understand that if you start to suspend license, and those of you that don't know, the automatical suspension is you get 2 letters in your mail, one that says your license is suspended, and the other one gives you 21 days to bring it to the nearest examination depot. Bear in mind that there is somewhere about 45 to 50% of our operators that the address on their license that Island Traffic Authority have, they don't live there anymore. So they could be driving around with a suspended driver's license and don't know. The sector become unhedged, and there was major plan for withdrawal of service. We look at the economy, we look at the life of our individual's family, and we said let us go to the bargaining table. We got the meeting with them, we made the presentation. I was the one who presented it. We had 4 meetings in one day, opposition leader. At the end of the meeting, we put the document together, have it ready 10 o'clock in the night, 9 o'clock in the morning. It was on every agency of government decks. And we say to them, if you carry out this suspension, I can guarantee you within the first day, 8,000 licenses would have been suspended. Where would the economy be? Now, we want the type of thinking that we are hearing here today. And if we can put these thoughts into action, put these thoughts into production, put these thoughts into some meaningful planning for the public transportation sector, it will energize those of us that are planning to come out of it. Bear in mind, opposition leader, opposition spokesperson, finance and transportation. There's another round of relaxation since June of last year. We don't want to be going to any government every time a crisis come up to ask for a relaxation. We want a fair, level, playing field to operate on. The mayor said to us in every meeting, I am concerned. I feel it to the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to make every effort to help you guys. We are dependent on you. If you make it into government, treat the public transportation sector as a business in this country. I am told that we contribute somewhere between 7.4 to the GDP of this country, and if we are doing that, we are more than important. And I want the operators here to understand that every sector in this country, individually, single-handedly, cannot close this economy. Let me say it again. All the sectors in this country cannot single-handedly or individually shut down this economy. When the teachers strike, it affects the education. When the nurses strike, it affects a part of health. When the juniors doctors strike, when the water commission, it is just those areas that are affected. When the public transportation sector withdraw their service, it cripples the entire industry, the entire economy. And I stress on this because it bothers me, especially when I go into meeting. What thinking is the government having to look at a valuable sector like this and treat it the way it has been treated? Let me close by saying to you, members of the head table, a cartoon came out in the Observer. It affects the entire island of Jamaica. Because if there's no other president, I'm sorry I did not introduce myself. Lorraine Finnegan is the name. President and Director of Communication of the All Voice Route Taxi Association. I've been having communication with the president and members across the 14 parishes of Jamaica. And they would call me Mr. Finnegan, the cartoon. I wrote to the Observer. We wrote to the Minister of Transportation, seeking one, a withdrawal of that cartoon, two, an apology, and three, an explanation why the minister reposted it on his Facebook page. To date, we have not gotten a response, and it is hurting this sector very badly. Because remember now, the Minister of Transportation is the one that we look up to. And I draw all of this in the short presentation that I made to let all the persons at the head table understand that those of us that are moving the economy in terms of transportation, we are struggling, we are suffering, and we are being disrespected every single day. I must give you this one, Minister, in waiting. In 2022, I do a sample of 1,500 printout. We call it outstanding ticket. All of these 1,500 that I went through have in excess of 300 outstanding tickets. I have had printout with 900 outstanding tickets. I had printout with 1.2 million, 1,200,000 outstanding tickets on it. Now, you might not know opposition spokesperson and transport. In 2022, when this sector was frightened by the then Director of Island Traffic Authority, when he made that pronunciation that even Christmas Day and Boxing Day we will be locked up and thrown behind bar, this sector become fear, and people draw the partner money, sell out their round robin. They must get round robin next month and sell somebody hit. We have 35 drivers in 1 week cross the border. We hear from 5, we don't know what happened to 30. Within the second week, 115 crossed the border. President Newman can tell you because one came back. We saw that one personally. And we have drivers that will run in the risk and crossing the border. Now when I go through those outstanding tickets, 95% of the offenses were non-movable offenses. Meaning seatbelt, stopping a man likely to obstruct traffic, obstructing traffic, stopping at a bus stop, failure to stop 40 feet from the bus stop. All of these racking up of outstanding tickets with ticket when the vehicle was not moving. But there's a broad brush that paint the sector that we are weapon of mass destruction. We are outrageous, we are out and bad. And the most recent one, we are evil taximen, and the most evil recent one, we are kidnapper, a doctor, and a rapist. Now, for our people to be treated this way, and they are as quiet as they are now, it is because of one simple reason. The opposition has come out face to face to speak to them. And on behalf of the sector, we thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Finnegan. Very comprehensive presentation.
I think we have one more.
Yes, where's the one? Yes, go ahead, please.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hot water channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people then. Original generous speed. Same way. Man, big up hot water channel, enough ice cream. Yeah man, big up yourself.